Hold it!
Quick little kind of disclaimer thing. In this episode, my audio in the game was a bit wonky. By the audio in the game, I mean my microphone audio, because I didn't realize that it had actually been turned down by the computer. So my voice is going to be kind of hard to hear. I apologize for that, but it is what it is. So yeah, please enjoy. Hello, everybody! Did you crack it today? We're back for another episode of Ace Attorney. So without further ado, let's just hop right into this.
Episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. Continued.
February 23rd, 11:56 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Mr. Wright?
Huh? What?
Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface? No matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get up there?
Or just there? But yeah. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister, anyway? Apparently she got pulled off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with the piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn this trial around, right?
Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm going to start to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hold up, partner. Is this the... Yeah, this is the Lister guy. Okay.
They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall!
Thought I'd come take a look and see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked outside the fort in enemy territory.
Not hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen these 2 days have been really on edge.
Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You can be worried about the chief prosecutor chasing mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves.
True. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
Huh? At the award ceremony that afternoon. I just seen it too, I'd reckon.
What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell.
Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. Oh boy.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I could hook you up with some fine ribs. Oh, wee!
Oh boy. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. This is intense, man.
I'd like to resume?
What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. What the? Edgeworth, what's wrong?
Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You doubled over, your back is bent.
What happened?
It can't be! This can't happen!
What?
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Excuse me, knock knock.
Who's there?
Who the frick is this? What's with this guy? Who is this? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom.
Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in.
Who on earth is he? Who is this?
Ah, it's you!
Who? What? I'm so confused, man.
Okay, Oh, sorry I'm late, Haji. The roads are packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Haji? How you been? Swim much these days? Oh, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, Haji. Bye-bye. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed.
Haji seems to be his nickname for the judge.
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
Aha! So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son.
Thanks.
So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometimes. Jolly.
Little worthy.
Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police?
This is the district chief of police? Huh. Chief of police?
He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
Huh. Interesting.
Name's Gans. Damon Gans. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So what do we owe the honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fella. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's my sister's muffler.
So, Mr. I wasn't just seeing things? Or I completely read that as a question for some reason. When the crime occurred, this guy really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less.
What the heck is that?
It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Objection!
Edgeworth? Chief! What kind of outfit are you running?
Mr. Edgeworth?
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job?
Now, wait a minute, Worthy.
I've no desire to hear your excuses.
I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says, person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature is there. Miles Edgeworth?
That's not fair! On the day of the crime, I had...
Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology.
What? Are you serious?
Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
Huh? This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
I mean, we've seen it before with some of the other cases, but...
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open up for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point at people anymore.
Come on, just hurry up and open it.
Okay, the game's just doing it on its own. I'm just here. Just waiting for it to slowly get over there. Okay. It has some kind of numbering on it. SL92. Yeah, because it's got so much DL6. Why? Really? Huh. Interesting. Alright, let's press this. Interesting. Switchblade knife sides to the court record. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police? And this knife? Sure thing, not a problem. Not even a little one. Really.
Alright, some kind of new witness testimony from the Department of Disorder stuff.
This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. This was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this case here, so I can't talk much about it.
I know I switched 2 words up, but it doesn't matter.
There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Haji. We haven't exactly announced it.
Objection! Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Wait, what? So this is a different case. Is it what's related to the opening animation that played at the start of this episode? Maybe?
Order! Anyway, we're at the department. We're all flustered as we might as well shoot. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright?
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Right. Let's do this.
Objection!
Was my first objection right? I was just putting this thought process through my head. Was like, wait, that is a number, and this one also. This note has a number. Was my first objection right? Like that rarely ever happens. If this is the case, that's awesome.
Wait a second.
At last, an honest-to-goodness objection.
This knife. This has something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? And honest-to-goodness, what do you mean, Ramaji? This is great.
Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7s. 12-2?
Your Honor, it's upside down. Wait, was that what we were going with? I just thought because they both had numbers.
Upside.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? SL9.
Oh.
Whoever wrote this note was pulling the paper upside down.
SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag.
Oh boy, we're digging deeper.
Order! Well, Chief? Oh, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto.
I win? What game is this guy playing?
This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
Let's ask him about that. So, this knife was stolen?
Yes, on the day of the murder.
It was evidence, you said. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon?
Nice! Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it seems. It was evidence from a case long since solved.
So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Yeah, that's an interesting coincidence.
This is just my gut feeling, but I say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening.
Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you can help, right-ho?
I suppose I could help, if you could help me by giving me data on this case, or your case.
Oh, good one. That's good sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
So where was the victim found? Tell me, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
The evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Yeah.
There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With this link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details.
Okay.
Hold it! Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven.
You don't say. Well, out with it, right-o. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number of the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here.
Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department.
See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all.
Can we get the information unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
What? Really? Who would have guessed?
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay?
Hold it!
Okay. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Oh, well, this information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
Oh, well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Let's try the victim's division.
Okay, well, what division was the victim stationed in?
Oh, you want to know that, do you? Do you? Ha-ha!
Criminal Affairs, Division 1. The detective responsible for homicide cases. Homicide? That would be the same division as Detective Gumshoe.
Detective Goodman was killed in the underground parking lot.
Was homicide too? Or something, I might have read that wrong. It's almost like a serial killer was after homicide detectives.
Except this serial killing happened simultaneously, scientifically speaking.
Well, I sure do hope Detective Gumshoe isn't next on the list. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence, anyways. It's the victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll ever be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name after.
You keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go get your hopes up. The number is 5842189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it.
You didn't even get to the first. You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
The ID number on the victim at the police department. 5842189. Hang on, let me check.
Oh my goodness! It's the same number! It's the same number! This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does! I think.
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you?
Right here, Your Honor.
Take that! Witness!
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news. Dang. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh, yours?
No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Righto! Personnel IDs are top secret.
Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
And this means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with A2. I forgot.
You didn't even get the first number right again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
Objection!
Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What? What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, righto! Sharp as a tack!
But wait! Detective Goodman is our victim! He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot!
Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room, at the exact same time!
Objection!
This is getting confusing. That's impossible! So, what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location? This is getting bonkers, man.
Order!
Chief, what does this mean? What I want to know is, why did I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case.
Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait.
I said wait. Or didn't you hear me?
The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours.
What? How dare?
We informed you yesterday.
I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? That's right. Where have we heard that name before? It's the guy who popped in there and you know, Edgeworth got angry at him for it. Wait! Aha! Yeah, the guy who popped in before earlier. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. I probably forgot his voice already, but I don't know.
You don't mean him!
According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me!
He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident stuff.
Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
Ah! Why did your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. It did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error. A grave negligence of duty on your part.
Objection! But sir!
You could have submitted this lab report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What?
Now, what was the second rule of evidence law?
Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's the...
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And how is this rule relevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. Connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy.
I was just doing my job.
No!
Edgeworth seems pretty frantic about all this.
It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
But Mr. Edgeworth,
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do.
you'd better get results this time. Really.
You have my profound apologies, sir. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day at the as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Oh, man. And we still have to solve things in another day. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Ryan Co. Law Offices.
Mr. Wright, so... what's going on with the case, anyway? I'm a little confused.
Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death at 5 o'clock p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police's evidence room.
What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try, at least.
Alright, let's do it.
Well, she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go! Science awaits us!
Oh, bye. February 23rd, prosecutor's office. Underground parking lot. Okay.
You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares?
Yeah! It was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
The oil drum. Was it empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor, who was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never!
Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
That's not it at all. It's just... we're professionals at what we do, and I trust her.
Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
Huh? What's that grin for?
This situation calls for one thing, and that is...
English? Luminal testing fluid. Luminal?
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there.
But wouldn't the police have already done those tests?
Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it.
Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh, it's like an infrared thing. That's cool.
To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the A button to spray it on.
Or to spray it on. I read it really wrong.
Okay, let's find some bloodstains.
Okay, new mechanic. Huh. Oh, wait a minute. We got something. I can see your eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a bloodstain?
It's so...
Emma, you're shaking.
It's just... this is my first time seeing real blood.
Scientific investigation in action.
Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain.
But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this, scientifically? Let's see, the amount of blood or blood. I mean, they're both pretty interesting locations, because, like,
The location isn't exactly where the oil drum fell from. I'll say the bloodstain's location. Why, the bloodstain's location, of course, is elementary! Huh? Why is that elementary? I mean, I would think that if there were a fight, you would expect some bloodstains here. I suppose you might think that. Come on, Mr. Wright, we're all counting on you. There is something odd about this bloodstain. But if it's not the location of the blood, then maybe it's the amount of blood that's on. Okay, so I was completely off. I was completely off on that front. I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, it had to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? So we gotta look for more. Okay. See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Oh, we got the luminol testing fluid. Okay. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. And let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha. Oh gosh. Onigiri hair again. Or onigiri hat. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Mister! You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. I don't trust this lady at all. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just, I kind of lead and it doesn't really get my mouth watering. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got something. Over here. We got something over here. This blood must have been from when Lana... No! My sister isn't the murderer! But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged. Hey! Just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So, this is Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. Oh boy. I never really got much else I can spray it with. Today's trial. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ugh. I swear it's on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman! Oh, brother. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Detective Star. So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes. It's a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal when they faced me. They coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They bellowed like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long they called me the cough-up queen. So that's the story behind the name. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from their latches. And you were let go? Fired? It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... The other case? What if we bring this up? What do you think about this? The SL9 incident? It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective of that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transfer the very day Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Oh boy. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast, they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is! She's like a kid in an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene! Let's go take a look! Okay, let's get moving. That's a lot of sheriff stuff. February 23rd, evidence room, guard station. Evidence room entrance, guard station. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So, beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. Oh! What's wrong?
It's those cacti! They're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight.
If you can't handle a cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard?
I have a feeling I know who he is already.
Yeah, I also have an idea. In case the Coleridge shall with lines pointing in every direction. Just like her. That's a weird way to talk about your sister, but okay. Yeah. The evidence room is beyond that door.
Let's just walk in. It won't open.
You thought it'd open? Or it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Wonder. Dang. Wait, that time? So the SL9 incident.
That incident really opened my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable.
Disposable?
To who?
2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. Huh.
The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it?
On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Executed?
Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred.
What?
But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made up evidence.
What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence?
The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved in the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself, and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oh. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. So Detective Marshall, as professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us.
Wait! Those lunches you sell.
There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this cursed office. I come to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends? How many does she have, anyway? Just when all the detectives of SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence.
There has to be a connection.
So, Rookie.
What?
It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Oh, it says for Marshall.
Mister?
Officer Marshall, you see,
Are you going out?
Why do you want to know?
I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister through cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then.
This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective.
But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating in this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall. Alrighty. To the police department. February 23rd, police department. Entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please. Huh? Wasn't that?
One steak lunch, please! Oh, it's you!
Hi, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe!
Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence.
The criminal? You mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
Yeah. We literally talked about it in court. So who is the suspect?
It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. How are this topsy-turvy?
But Detective Gumshoe, what?
Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch. Pronto! Standing around here talking is going to fill my belly.
Huh.
Wait, don't leave.
You want to know more? Head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good crowd. Later.
Huh.
He ran off to the evidence room.
Well, this investigation is off to a running start. I guess maybe we head to one location we were meant to? Not here. I don't know why I clicked on here. I was referring to another place, but whatever. The detention center. February 23rd, detention center. Visitors room.
Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing.
What was that?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say.
Wait, what? Oh, hi. Greetings, sir.
I might change his voice a lot throughout all this. Like, I cannot keep a voice with him. Are you saying you're blaming this guy? Really? I'm saying this guy because I don't remember his name. It was like Whipson or something? I don't remember.
Wait, I know you.
Wait, I know who you are, yeah. Excuse me, but is this Mr. Edges anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Officer Makins. So you're a guard here at the detention center?
No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report.
No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins? You didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir! Oh, dang. So he's the one who's being claimed to have done it.
What? What?
Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Huh. The day of the crime. Sir! I'm patrolman with General Affairs, sir! Sir! Ow! I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station for the room was empty, sir.
So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room?
That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. That's just how evidence rooms work. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall.
Marshall?
And, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir! A suspicious person! What the heck is this guy doing?
So, what happened then?
After that, sir, I Everything went right. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days?
Might I ask, what happened to your hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir.
A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky.
It's another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office.
Honestly, I can't see Meekins doing this, so... Oh man, this is rough. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Well, actually, I want to ask the victim. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right?
Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim.
I would, but you have to be in detention, and alive as well as that. Or in that.
Oh, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman?
Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side.
So, you didn't know him?
Sir, I work in a tiny apartment devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives.
So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. Sir.
At least someone around here is more confused than I am. So the bandaged hand. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime?
Well, you see, sir.
Don't you think you should just confess?
But but there was nothing I could do.
Nothing you could do?
Sir, to tell the truth, sir, what had happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious.
The next thing you knew, you were...
Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared.
What?
Then, when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow, sir! Can you imagine how I felt?
His body disappeared?
That's some story.
Huh. What would happen if we present this? Officer Meekins, this is for you.
I'm scared now, sir.
It's okay, I just want you to take a look at it.
That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir. In my dream, sir, and I was being peeled.
On second thought, you don't have to look at that knife.
Don't react to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Well, from the ID, maybe.
Hey, that's it, sir. That's it.
That's what?
My head was blank until this very moment. But, sir, no, I remember, sir.
You mean you remember what happened?
Correct! That car was the cause of it all!
This ID card?
Exactly, sir, that's exactly it! Nothing could be more exact, sir! Nothing!
I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Huh. So that was what we needed to do. So the card details. Can you tell me what it is you do remember?
Well, sir, you may say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room.
And that's why you thought he looked suspicious?
Sir, I entered the evidence room and I asked the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
What?
Sir, I assume I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him.
Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him?
Do unto others before they do unto you. Well, father's word, sir.
What happened then?
Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here.
Right.
So, Officer Meekins, why was it that you were arrested? Or why they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim, who he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. Huh. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines.
Huh? But you still ended up here?
They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. The victim Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
But you don't remember the events clearly?
No, but the videotape is quite clear.
Huh? The videotape?
From a security camera. The crime, my crime. The crime I swore to stamp out. It's there. It's me. It's on the tape.
Huh. And you waited till now to tell us this?
I'm sorry. Real sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it.
No thanks. I have my own. Well, guess we better go check out the crime scene. Yeah. Oh, never mind. We're doing something here first. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief of detective's desk. It's Police Chief Gant. Huh.
Are you sure this is all? You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect.
We checked all his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, right his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine.
I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal?
Yes, sir! We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief detective looks a little flustered.
Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much?
Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright?
Because this guy is clearly just... he has a very menacing presence. Guess we talked to Edgeworth. Is Edgeworth going to be okay?
Oh, really? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition.
Yeah, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year.
You mean the incident on Board Lake?
It doesn't look good having the top prosecutor sitting in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, righto?
Yeah. Von Karma, the jerk.
A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. When in court, you fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
What?
Oh boy.
It's downright odd, I tell you. Detectives getting killed on their turf, too? I mean...
There being the prosecutors, I assume.
Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. The woman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
No, righto. I can't give away all our secrets just like that. This in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much anyway.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives strapped shut.
Ah, he was the one you were picking on
Earlier, whatever.
Huh? You saw that? Whoops.
I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do.
Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him.
Let's try.
What does the chief of police want you to do?
Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check him for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can.
So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here?
Of course not. Well, except for this.
What? You kept something?
Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete.
A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something?
The date on it's February 21st. I'll make a note of that, just in case. Okay. Got it. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Yeah. Well, we got some kind of evidence. Let's keep moving. I didn't realize we had this option. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor?
Well, I know the David Cullen Righto asked me for help.
I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room.
Now, righto.
Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all.
Righto. Please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50, no problem. No problemo. Sure, go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
It just goes to show you never know until you ask.
And for you, here, you can borrow this.
Huh? Hey, this is the detective's ID card, isn't it?
That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks.
Dang. Oh, it looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir.
I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Let's go in. The evidence room is beyond this door.
And we have the ID card for Chief Gaunt. Or from Chief Gaunt. Let's just walk in. It won't open.
Aha! The card reader's turned off, see?
What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, what made my bambina's skies so gray? I knew it was him, that's why I had that accent. Officer Michelle! Why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my salute.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeah! That guard you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. Oh, here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy there? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Maybe we should give him the thing that we were given. You know, the stick lunch. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Michelle, you're from Texas?
No, I just saw a special television the other day. Is this for my baby?
Yeah, Miss Star.
What's this?
What? What's wrong?
A fillet steak lunch. I see!
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Okay, maybe he's willing to talk now. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask... anything.
I think I do okay eating sounds. Finally, it seems like.
He's willing to talk.
Okay. The guard station.
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong, calling him Meekins.
He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, you might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know?
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These new fang machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
I don't take much to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know?
Mr. Marshall.
Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it, anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There's some things you're better off not knowing, Mina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
2 days ago. The day of our case.
That's right. The evidence transfers.
Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. So
security system. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do.
Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Melina, me machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. These ones understand are these here security things. Those are the ones Officer Meekins mentioned. If something happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be.
You're a security guard and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus, the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Huh. Interesting. So, this is the ID record. Or ID card record.
Hey, I've seen this somewhere before.
Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard what this relates to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before.
Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. The transferal. Sorry, but can you explain what this whole transferal thing's about? Keep only evidence from unsolved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presided detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see?
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in an underground vault of the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. That happened to SL9 2 days ago? Huh. I don't know why I read that as a question. So something to prove that it's related to this case. Maybe the ID?
See this? This is the victim's ID card.
Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 5842189.
Officer Marshall, show us that ID record again.
I don't see that on there. Or maybe it is there. Oh, wait, yeah, it is. How did I miss that? I completely missed that.
Look, the full number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing.
What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
Wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So, you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing, only he pointed a knife at me. Yeah. Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card report. A record. ID card record. I got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Huh. I guess maybe we should investigate the evidence room. February 23rd. Evidence room. Sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. This is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
Huh. Oh! Gumshoe? Whoa! Gumshoe?
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard?
Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, so can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead and investigate that. Okay. Yeah, it's true.
So, Chief of Police Gannett. Will loan anyone $50? Even me?
Really? That's what he's focused on?
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today?
Boss for a day.
But guess what? We got permission from the chief, so now you're a boss for a day.
Gee, thanks.
First of all, you'll want to have this.
Evidence room for friends. That's the record. Okay. So, Gumshoe, boss for a day. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're a boss for a day?
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open. Edgeworth.
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
I haven't completely wrong.
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess of the court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case.
Yeah, that case.
The SL9 incident. Of course.
That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Where are these lockers?
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm only on my third card since entering the force already.
Or using it's on. Yeah, anyways.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprints.
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to these handles, you see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handle is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it,
Damn! You get a shock!
that's what happened. My hand will be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't even know about the fingerprint locks.
So we need to get him to talk about SL9. Or just that.
Detective Goodman's notes, and that switchblade. I bet Edges was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there's some loose ends left on that case.
Can you talk about it?
Now that was a bloody violent case.
Violent? So it was a murder.
A serial killer.
A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this case after all. Or all this after all.
But the killer made a mistake. Mr. Edgeworth built a case around that to have it.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. And started the rumor mill.
Rumors. About forged evidence?
It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see?
So, that switchblade knife.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker itself?
What the heck is that, blood?
What's this? Blood?
It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here.
Looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Mr. Wright, what if there are other blood stains left in the room?
We should use our testing fluid to check it out. Let's get this open one.
Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit.
That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprints.
Detective Goodman's locker?
Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if it was closed, or if it closed it.
Yeah. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. These guy's gloves.
Someone left a glove here, but only one.
Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case,
You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Let's get some paint here.
What is a saw and paint doing here?
Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? That'd be funny.
Well, you might say this is my studio.
Here? In the evidence room? Huh. Alright, what happens if we spray more here? It just gets more clear. Huh. I knew it! This is someone's right hand print.
What?
What's the matter, detective?
This locker, it's mine!
It's yours?
Please! You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise to testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plan.
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
What? But you're a detective! That one. Oh, we got something. Something over here. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like that. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien?
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plan.
Hey! You don't want my opinion. You shouldn't have asked.
Oh, we got something. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot and fly out the door. This just might be something significant.
Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called aluminum testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 for the cheap.
Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Let's get this over here. Hey, it's the personal poll that came from episode 4. Hey, the metal detector! I remember that. Yeah, it was a while. Oh, this is new. A bug sweeper.
You can't shoot the person by their cover. You gotta look at their heart.
Okay. We got some numbers on the ground. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of... That's apparently from The Case.
The case?
The SL9 is it, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there?
Another piece of SL9 evidence. Let's take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try putting it back together?
Huh, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tub of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Are we about to try to build something? We're making a puzzle now. Hey, I got one piece. There we go. Oh, nice. It literally just gave us the answer. Maybe this one? Oh, wow, I'm getting good at this. Here. No. Here. There we go. So, no, maybe this one. Yeah, here we go. We're making good progress. Maybe angle it differently. Maybe this one. Maybe angle it this way. There we go. And just put this on here. I don't have any other pieces. I'm out of pieces. Huh? Well, I think we did it. Some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with.
Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of job.
I kind of understand how it got broken. Well, we got something. It's better than nothing. Maybe we should ask Gumshoe about this list. Maybe. Let's try it. Did you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
I heard the rumors. So, it's clearly who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa!
What is it?
That second number!
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth!
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What? What? Oh, dang. Wow. Why would Edgeworth have to come to the evidence room?
Hey, pal, look at the time.
Was there something you need to be going to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give him my report for the day.
What is on my screen right now? You can't really see it, but it's like, it's this extremely goofy thing. It's hilarious. It's so funny.
It might help, you know?
Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer?
The one that says nothing but no problem?
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure I can use a report like this. I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? Wow.
I'm off, pal. Later.
I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. To the underground parking lot, and then to Edgeworth's office! February 23rd. High Prosecutor's Office. Room 1202. I don't know why I read this as like 1202, but whatever. Ow! Ah, guests. My apologies. Oh, it's you. It's the bellboy. Have we met somewhere? Huh?
Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long.
Does he not remember us? Is Edgeworth here?
There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
Huh. Right. He has the hotel bringing us tea service?
Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's inquiry, or whatever?
I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems.
Really? Was it helpful?
Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info's on the other side, Edgeworth.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
Huh. So, inquiry committee. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communication error during the investigation.
Concealing evidence?
Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Okay, so tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for tomorrow's trial? The trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
The police department?
Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see.
Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still.
Wow, I've never seen him this so out of sorts. Huh. Anyway, we gotta talk to you about something, Edgeworth. It's this thing right here. Oh, right! I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please don't look at me like that.
I was asked to go. My chief Gant knows this.
The chief of police?
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up about half a year ago. He told me he wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. AI-16. Huh. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief of Endeavor wanted to explain this. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Interesting. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. I mean, it wouldn't be added to the court records if it didn't have anything to do with the case, with the case stuff, Edgeworth, so. Yeah. Oh, we finally got something. It all has to do with something about the case you were on. The SL9 incident. And some dark suspicions you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. Dang. We now have the title of Able to Bring Back Terrible Memories. Wow. I figured I'd be telling you about this pseudo data. Alright. He must be talking about his father's murder in the elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Alright, let's talk about this. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Dom Gant. Now, Akio-ku was involved in the case 2 years ago, too, then? He was the top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
What I want to know is why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation? The truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. I won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
If you were still studying forensic science?
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this.
Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this.
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints?
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. Ah,
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know.
I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Thanks. How about giving those to Detective Gumshoe as well? Cool. Neat. Well, let's get going. Our last investigation, or one last investigation.
Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Back to the scene of the murder. Let's do this. February 23rd, evidence room, section 3. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint.
Here, in this blood on the detective evidence, or the detective's evidence locker, whatever.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right.
Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
A finger?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different hand imprint. So let's choose the finger that we have left behind the clearest print.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger!
Maybe the thumb?
Okay, now start checking for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Now we're starting to get that sparkle in our eyes.
First, you sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With the A button, see? Ah, looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With the X button. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Wow, that looks fun. That looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though.
It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow extra the extra, or blow bait the extra, whatever. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I better give it a try. Or, I don't know why I read it as her.
Nothing much here.
You got it. Aha! You did it! You found one!
But this looks nothing like a print.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
I think it means we're out of luck.
Out of luck?
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell him we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigation. Or investigations, yeah. But it does seem a shame. Well, Ratus, why don't we look for other fingerprints or the other prints?
Other prints?
Looking at the locker door again closely.
We do have the other little print.
It seems like there's fingerprints outside the bloody handprints as well. Let's see if we can find a clean print.
Fingerprints outside the blood. You mean the one right here I tried clicking on before? I might have put too much powder on the screen. Okay, there we go.
Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling!
I did put a lot of powder on there, yes.
Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away.
So, we're not done yet? This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint.
and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left those prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The blood handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? We got the match here with Gumshoe. They look pretty close. So this was Gumshoe. Aha! So these fingerprints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess it's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. There was? Oh, you mean... Oh, wait, yeah, I know what they're talking about. Over here. Let's check. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have to be wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you think the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me! Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Huh. Oh, wait, we got something up here. I didn't see anything, but apparently I picked up something. Alright, time to spam this until we got what we needed. Alright, and blow away. Oh, we got something. I gave him my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Right here then. Oh, we're getting a much more clear print here. And there we go. We got something. Alright, who does the best match? Gets Marshall pretty closely. I think it's Marshall pretty much perfectly, so... We got Marshall. So Marshall was here in this room. Hey! These fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Dang. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. Luminal reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh! Oh! So, we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood. But why would Officer Marshall? Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Oh boy. Well, anyway, guys, that is where I'm going to wrap up this episode of Ace Attorney. I know it seems weird that we're about to enter another trial, but I decided, you know what, we'll cut it there, but it's because, dude, we already had our trial today, but we got some evidence down. I'm very curious to see how our next trial will go, whatever's going to happen there, but yeah. That's all I have to say, and thank you all for watching. If you're new to Did You Crash the Channel, don't forget to subscribe. I also do crashes the channel, and I'm looking forward to seeing where our investigation leads towards this next trial. So, yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all around. Peace!